Here's Kershaw. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Seemed like they hit every big shot they had in that game. Kevin, their offense was clicking, but really clutch in big moments.
That's ideally the way you want it to unfold on the road, Steve. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into the game.
Oh, he knocks it in, a beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time.
Oh, 3 points right there at the end of the quarter.
Only about 1 in 50 of those go down, but that's why you chuck them up there. You want to give yourself a chance.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. If you're just tuning in, Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Young. Levine is out there with Hairston. And there's Pekovic. And it's Muhammad in at the 3. Levine kicks to Hairston. There's the dish to Muhammad. Hairston against Thompson. A floater, and there's the rejection. There's the triple. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And that is simply a dagger on the way to the locker room. That three-pointer feels like a six-pointer coming when it did right at the end of the half.
And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors lead by...
Okay, guys. Solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. It's been a clinic out there by Fresh.
Wow, the threes have just been dropping for him. Absolute dead-eye shooting in that first half.
Could not have been a more productive day for him from long range.
Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Draymond Green is out there with Festus Ezeli, and it's Fresh in at the point. That's the Warriors' 5. He's off on the second. Stolen by Rubio. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Golden State's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Fresh connects from three-point range. Fresh has got 14 points for the game.
Got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from three-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
The offensive rebound. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Rubio with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Warriors leading by 16. Here's Fresh. From down in the low post, it goes. Fresh has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Off with the layup. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Warriors on top. They lead 18. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And here now is our State Farm assist to the game, and Steve coming earlier on a three-pointer.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good passes tonight, some on the interior. This one on the outside, setting up his teammate perfectly for that three-point look.
And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. They've got Hairston. Young out there with C.J. Miles. Then there's Pekovic, and it's Levine in at the 1. Now the Warriors moving it up. Jumps up, hammers it home to polish off the break.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Here is Hairston. Stolen by Thompson. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The shot's good from Fresh.
They're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
Pekovic with a screen. Levine passes to Pekovic. Here's Levine. Back to Pekovic. Puts up the baby hook. Here's Fresh. Gets it to fall. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Fresh. Oklahoma City land of the Thunder in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. This is the first game in the Warriors' road trip. Game after game, the unbroken streak of wins to start their season continues.
They're trying to get this long road trip off on the right foot with a win here.
Well, the worst thing you can do is start a long trip with a loss. And you want to play well, obviously, but if you can get a victory right out of the gate, it can set the tone for the entire trip.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Azealia is out there with Green, and it's Fresh in at the 1 spot. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Ring shot on the way. That's good on the jump shot. Fresh has got the first points on the scoreboard for the Warriors. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they need to play it smart. Make sure you get a good shot first, and then maybe a second possession.
They set the screen. Durant kicks to Waiters. Just 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Shoots it. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Fresh, guarded by Jackson. And he knocks it down. Good looking through there from Fresh. Fresh has got his second bucket tonight. It's Durant with the drive. No good with the layup. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Tune in Tuesday. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
We've got McGarry. He's out there with Durant, and it's Outlaw in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. On defense, Oklahoma City. It's a 5-point game. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Fresh. Oh, he misses the dunk.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Back to Durant. Pass to Boone. Off target at the rim.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And a tight game here as we...
Scott, and looking at the...
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half.
Back and forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Draymond Green is out there with Festus as healers, and it's Fresh in at the point. And here are the Warriors now. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game, and he gets it to go. Fresh has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Warriors. On defense, the Warriors, they're coming off that win against Minnesota.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the result wouldn't have looked anything like it did if they hadn't gotten so hot from long range.
You're exactly right. They were splashing home threes at an unbelievable rate. Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
For the 3. And that one's good. Fresh has got 10 points.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Here comes Durant. Left side Durant. Offline. And here now is our State Farm assistant, Steve, coming earlier on a three-pointer.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good passes tonight, some on the interior. This one on the outside, setting up his teammate perfectly for that three-point look. And there's no doubt about this one.
Oh! Flying through the air. Yes,
At the line for the Warriors, Fresh. Shooting 1.
The free throw off from Fresh.